This is Spider-Man Web of Shadows, one of the most fun Spider-Man games out there. And you know what? I kinda wish I played as the sidekicks, superheroes and supervillains, as I think it'd be fun to play as them, playing beating symbiotes. But what I wouldn't want to do is not play a minigame with Wolverine browsing a social network. What am I gonna do with this? This is not fun. I don't want this. And I'm glad they didn't do it. What else I wouldn't want is play as Moon Knight or Adrian Toomes the Vulture, hacking into phone calls and checking to hear who's talking to who about what, and them at the same time finding out that Spider-Man is talking about his plan to release a mad scientist from a super max prison by breaking in instead of talking to S.H.I.E.L.D. simply to make a request to help. That's not fun. You know, how did they both time it that time? How did they both lock onto his call exactly on the same time when he's calling to both land near him at the same spot at the same time right after he finishes his call? And that doesn't matter. The important thing is I'm glad they didn't do boring stuff. So when we say we don't want to play as Mary Jane, it means we don't want to play as Mary Jane. I don't want to immerse myself in this story too much. I don't want to play as Mary Jane learning to shoot shotgun. I don't want to play as Mary Jane in the hospital. I don't want to play as a doctor who stitches her arms. That's boring. I don't want to play her waiting. I don't want to play as the paramedics moving her to the hospital. That's not interesting. That's not entertaining. We're glad that wasn't in the plan. And so we said powerless people are boring in the 2018 Marvel Spider-Man. And we meant it. It's boring. It's not fun. I mean, I played that game multiple times, and these segments with both MJ and Miles are still not really fun. I like playing as MJ in the Grand Central Station mission for the simple reason that I'm allowed to control Spider-Man indirectly, but I aim him at enemies, and he does takedown animations that are there, but I can't perform them while I play for some reason as Spider-Man. This is kinda sad. These takedowns should be added in the Spider-Man 2, if they aren't already. That and the invisibility platform, or the camouflage platform, if you'd rather call it that way. I don't want to play her sneaking around, I don't want to play her crouching, I don't want to play her checking someone's laptop. That's not fun. We don't want it. Period. No, don't want it. Please don't do it in sequels. I don't care that she has a stun gun and you can make her more powerful or Lara Croft-like in a future game. We don't want this. We want to play Spider-Man game as Spider-Man. You know what else is boring? David Cage games. At least for me. I actively avoid David Cage games. So when I heard about this moment where you play as Miles' deaf girlfriend, where you have to walk slowly or maybe run a little to toss a ball at a doll on a fence and play with a cat and do button prompt game with where you do graffiti with her, that's not fun. Who wanted that? We wanted.
So get ready for a true superhero action thriller, packed to the brim with thrills and chills, twists and turns, more supervillains than you can shake a web at, and of course, non-stop web-slinging, wall-crawling action.
If people with disabilities want representation in games, give us a Daredevil game. He's blind. Make the players able to see, and make us play as him. That'll be fun. Acrobatic, agile, can swing, has special senses. I mean, that would be fun. We'd like to have that, not what you've gave us in Spider-Man 2. When we play as Spider-Man, we don't want to play as Peter Parker walking slowly, or riding a bicycle, or sitting on a bench. That's not fun, that's boring. If it's on a bench, make it a cutscene. Make it a skippable cutscene. Don't give us boring gameplay. We want Spider-Man. We want superhero action. The Lego games did something similar with the bicycle stuff, but it's only free roam and it's optional. When it's optional, it's entertaining. When you can jump, switch costumes on the run, when Peter Parker is an alternate costume, or if like the Lego game, you can play as him without power, or like Clark Kent without using his powers, but you can choose a vehicle, like a bicycle, to ride. That's entertaining. It's free roam. It's open action. It's an open choice. Compulsory is boring. Optional, doing it on a whim, is fun. In Arkham Knight, I didn't want to play as Officer Owen walking in the diner. I didn't want to cremate Joker. I didn't want to play as Gordon forced to walk slowly, and this cage stuff sometimes, I don't know when Batman pops up. Sometimes it takes too long, sometimes it happens fast. I know I talk to everyone in the cages and wait for them to finish their talking. The important thing, it's boring. It's not fun. At least in those games, it's brief. At least in Arkham Knight, these segments are brief. They are shorter than Mary Jane missions or Miles missions in the first game, in the 2018 game. You know what else I actively avoid? Rhythm games. Button prompts to listen to music. What's the point? That's not my thing. I don't want to play Spider-Man game expecting that. I really don't like playing as Peter Parker out of powers anyway. If it's like Spider-Man 2 and 3 from Treyarch, you get to play as Peter Parker in the Daily Bugle. No powers, but at least you can still run fast, and it's something brief to activate photo missions. That's okay, that's entertaining. Anything else? I don't want it that way. I don't want to be blocked from using Spider-Man's powers. I don't need to be that immersed in the story. Keep it in. I don't mind seeing him interacting with MJ in a cutscene you can skip, like in Ultimate or most other games, but not interacting. I don't want this to be part of the gameplay. People don't want this to be part of the gameplay. Peter Parker as an alternate costume? Yes, that's good. It doesn't block the power? Yes, that's good. But we don't want boring stuff, tedious stuff. Get it? Tedium? Delete. For your future games, please listen to this video. Please take our requests to heart. We don't want boring stuff. We don't want tedious stuff. It's boring, it's tedious, it needs to be skippable.
Nice. Okay, what next?